Bonjour, aloha, kia ora, mabuhay. Hello tasters, hello world. If you're new to my channel, my name is Franz Gabriel. Welcome to my channel, welcome to Let's Taste Homemade by Franz. Good morning tasters and welcome back to Homemade by Franz. Today I'm really excited to make this recipe because this is one of my favorite dishes that my mom has made and I'm super excited to eat it later on. But this recipe is actually super simple and easy. And we will be using a pretty household item, I would say, tuna. Tuna is like so neglected for some reason. But today I will be using that ingredient in this recipe and it will be the star of the show. I am so excited to make it and let's get baking. And let's get cooking. The recipe that we will be making today is called DIY Homemade Cabbage Tuna Rolls. Here are the ingredients you will need to make these DIY Homemade Cabbage Tuna Rolls. Cabbage, tuna, onion and garlic, potatoes, carrots, squash, butter, eggs, and pepper. If you noticed, our vegetables are already pre-cut. Here are the clips. And then cut your veggies up into small pieces so it's easy to saute. It becomes soft faster. It fits easier in your cabbage rolls. I also already pre-boiled the cabbage. Here is the step-by-step instructions on how to do it. Take a pot and fill it with water just to cover the cabbage, or however, it depends how big your pot is or how big your cabbage is. Bring it to the stove to boil. Let's prepare our cabbage. Cut the core of your cabbage so you can peel the leaves off easily one by one. Now once that is done, the water should be boiling. Take your cabbage and place it in the boiling water with the core side down. Wait until the leaves are translucent, then you can take it out and start peeling off the leaves one by one. Take it out from the pot to avoid overcooking it and making it mushy, and to avoid your hands being burnt. And then set the individual leaves aside to dry. I suggest you find the cabbage that is pretty big, but this is the only cabbage that we have available. This is the biggest cabbage that we found, so this is what we are using. Okay, so the first step is I'm going to melt a bit of butter in this pot because butter gives more flavor. Now I'm going to add in the onion and garlic and saute it until it's nice and golden brown. I like to put a lot of onion and garlic in the dishes that I cook because it just enhances the flavor, and plus I love garlic and onion. Now I'm going to add in the carrots, since that is the hardest, as well as squash, and kind of saute it. And next is our potatoes. Wonderful. It's very messy. I feel like the pan that I'm using isn't big enough. If you want, you can add a bit of oil to avoid dryness, which is what I did. Just keep on sauteing it until it's pretty soft. Now I'm gonna cover it up so that it softens. The squash and the potatoes you put in there will help make it more creamier and smoother and softer and tastier. Squash is my favorite vegetable, as well as potatoes. And this is actually a pretty healthy dish, seeing as we're using tuna, which is a great source of protein, and we're using a bunch of vegetables in here as well. And we're also going to be adding in eggs, which is another great source of proteins. You can add salt if you want, but the tuna already has a bunch of flavor in it, so I'm just going to add pepper later on. Now I'm going to add in our tuna. And then mix it up once again. There's way more vegetables compared to the tuna in here, but it's okay. That looks really good. I really want to eat it. I'm just gonna let this sit there and let the vegetables steam and get soft. And then once that is done, we're going to move on to the very last step of making our filling. I'm going to try a bit first, just so that we know what we need to add in, like if we need to add more pepper or if we need to add salt. It needs, I think, a bit of salt and pepper. So I'm gonna add it in. Around that much pepper is good enough, I'd say. Okay, I'm also gonna add in a bit of salt, not too much. And just mix it up once more. Oh, oops, I'm messing up. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. Perfect. Now I'm gonna let it sit a bit more because the vegetables aren't soft enough, maybe just like 2 minutes or a minute or so. I think this is now done cooking, so I'm going to turn off the pan and put it in a bowl to cool down. Okay. Now that our filling is cooled down, we are going to start making our cabbage rolls. The process of this is kind of like making spring rolls. We are going to take around one for this one. This is very, very big. Okay. And then we are going to roll it, very carefully, and take the sides and fold it inside. Take the sides and fold it inside. And then roll it once again. And then there you have a cabbage roll. It kind of reminds me of a spring roll. Place it in your pan seam side down. Now I'm going to repeat the process until I'm done with all of my cabbage leaves. If you haven't seen one of my other DIY videos, check it out right here. It's of me making DIY fruit pies. You guys should go check it out. It was so delicious. Let's put the aluminum foil on. There we are. Okay, so now our DIY homemade tuna cabbage rolls are finally done, and I am so excited to check it out and eat it. Okay, I am super excited. Let's check it out. Okay. It's still very hot, so be careful, but I'm gonna take it off. Ta-da! But first, let's do the montage. So good. Why does it smell like Jollibee chicken joy for some reason? What's the time right now? Taste test time! Okay, I'm excited. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this one. This one looks fairly proportioned. I'm just gonna use my hand to eat it. Okay. It's hot. Oh my god, it smells so good. That is so good. Look at that. The squash and the potato makes it so soft and creamy. The tuna gives a nice fishy flavor, and it's so good. I urge you guys to try it. It is super simple and it's super easy to make. Cheers! Do you hear the crunch of that cabbage? It's so crunchy. It's really good. The fruit pies were one of my favorite videos, but I think this definitely tops it off. You don't even need to eat rice with this. This is so good by itself, and it's heavy and super filling. This is amazing. You can also have this with maybe yogurt or ketchup. Ketchup is my personal favorite. It is so good. And also, I don't eat this with rice. Or make your own DIY. Also tag me in it, and I might end up trying to make it as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the subscribe button and the tiny bell icon to receive notifications of any new videos that I post. Please hit the like button and comment down below any other suggestions you think I should make next, and I will try to make it happen. Happiness starts in the kitchen. Be positive, share love. Thank you for watching. Let's taste Homemade by Franz. Bye everyone. See you next time.